Number 3, Mark and Brian, Fitness for Life. So this next one, Brian really likes. This is good for golfers, but this is also good for everybody. One of the big reasons why a lot of shoulder issues come because people do not have the amount of bending backwards or extension in their upper back. If that upper back can't move how it's supposed to, then the shoulder blade can't move how it's supposed to, which then means that the shoulder joint takes the hit. So many times shoulder pain in the joint itself isn't because of the shoulder itself, it's because of the upper back or the shoulder blade not moving like they're supposed to. So he's going to show you 3 exercises that's going to work the shoulder blade, and especially that thoracic spine, which you have to have. Because everybody is so used to fighting gravity and they give into gravity, so they're bent forward at desks, at computers, on cell phones, standing. So you want to counteract that with these exercises. Take it away.
All right. Like Mark said, this is one of my favorite ones to do for having some stiff back problems. You can check further or previous videos on other exercises we've done for back, but I always like to follow it up with this. So first one, I got 3-pound weights. I'm just going to take my hand up and back. Now this is one to be careful with. So especially with more load, you can definitely injure yourself going too quick if you're not ready for it. So starting with a light weight, taking it up, slowing it down, and driving the hips forward. Okay. So that's exercise number 1.
Now, one thing I want to point out, some people get a pinching in their lower back because they arch their lower back too much. If you find that you don't shoot the pelvis as far forward, focus more on the upper body coming back without getting that big back bend in the lower back. So this should not cause a pinching in the lower back. This is for the upper back. Okay. So you would just limit how far you push forward if you get a pinching in the back. And again, before we forget, we again recommend 3 sets, 5 repetitions. Okay. But again, then what works for you? What's the next one?
So exercise number 2 for the golfer's lift is you're going to take your hand out to the side with a slight back emphasis. So in the previous video, we reached overhead in this plane. So now with the golfer's lift, I'm just going to go and reach just a little bit farther behind. So just slightly behind my head. Again, should not hurt. Start with very light weight or no weight. Probably wouldn't do more than 5 pounds with this one. 3 pounds is a great exercise just to loosen up.
And then again, notice how everything moved on that, making a big long C from the ground all the way up. But by taking it behind the head a little bit, then you get the emphasis on getting that spine to bend backwards in the motion that it needs.
Third exercise is rotation. So this one, we're just going to take our hands straight back, leading with our thumbs, and we just let that weight of the kind of take us back. So after doing all these, you should feel pretty good and loosened up in that mid back, especially if you're anybody, like Mark said, that has a desk job or is on your phone a lot or just sits and watch TV.
And now if you're a golfer, then you can take that same motion, bring it down towards your opposite thigh and bring it back. And then do that with the other hand, because if you're a right-handed golfer, then you're simulating the backswing. And then with the other side,
we always got to even out.
And this is simulating your follow-through if you're right-handed. But that will be a little bit more golf specific because you need all those motions.
And you can play around with that too. If this is your normal golf swing, you can play around with the height. So maybe going up a little bit here, maybe going a little bit less high. All that can create more motion. So that way you got a bigger range of movement that your body can do. If you only do this and that's all you ever do, there might be a time that the ground's not totally flat, or maybe you just twist a little bit too extra. So this can all help prevent that extra buffer zone to help create a little bit better, which can actually improve just your normal golf swing because you'll be more powerful in your normal zone.
Maybe not more accurate, but more powerful. So give these a whirl. If you get any questions, feel free to email us. We'll get right back with you. And then, okay, now you got another dance?
Okay. If you have further
Right.
questions, contact us at fitnessforlifept.com.